Have you ever felt uncomfortable around someone without understanding why? Or noticed someone who constantly tries to direct your life, never accepting blame for their mistakes? In today's story, we're exploring the 10 unmistakable indicators that you're interacting with a toxic person. From hidden manipulation tactics to obvious harmful behaviors, these actions can damage your emotional and mental health. Stay until the end, as we'll not only uncover these warning signs, but also share important advice on how to shield yourself and build healthier, more balanced connections. Your well-being is important, and recognizing these warning signs can make a huge difference in maintaining your peace and happiness. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss any stories. Your support means so much to me. And if you enjoyed this story, you can help me continue sharing these valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this story, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and create better stories for you. Now let's begin. Finding joy in others' suffering. It's deeply disturbing that some individuals gain satisfaction from watching others suffer. These people represent the true meaning of heartlessness. If you ever meet someone who seems to delight in others' misfortunes, whether laughing at someone's difficulties or smiling at another's distress, it's a clear warning that you're dealing with a truly toxic person. This behavior shows a complete lack of compassion, revealing a troubling character that can lead to harmful situations created for their twisted enjoyment. Imagine this. You're at work, overwhelmed with tasks and struggling to keep up. Instead of offering help, a coworker mocks your situation, perhaps even laughing at your frustration. Or consider a supposed friend who, upon hearing about your problems, chooses to make insensitive jokes about your pain rather than offering support. These actions aren't just hurtful. They reveal an underlying cruelty and an alarming enjoyment in your discomfort. Such people aren't merely insensitive, they're dangerous. They might deliberately create difficult situations just to enjoy the resulting chaos and suffering. This could involve spreading harmful gossip, starting conflicts, or manipulating circumstances to watch others struggle. Their entertainment comes from the turmoil they cause, showing a deeply disturbed mindset. Recognizing these signs early is crucial. It's essential to distance yourself from those who show such toxic behavior to protect your emotional health and overall well-being. Surround yourself with compassionate, supportive individuals who lift you up rather than those who gain twisted pleasure from your pain. Protect your heart and mind from the damaging influence of such negativity and prioritize your peace and happiness. If you're still reading this story and find these lessons helpful, please comment 1 below to let me know you're still here with me. The desire to direct your life dealing with manipulative people reveals a deep-seated need for control over every aspect of their lives and yours. These individuals can't stand uncertainty or giving up power, as it threatens their sense of security and authority. They relentlessly impose their will, examining every detail and decision, not for your benefit, but to assert dominance. It's like being under constant surveillance where every move is watched and every decision questioned, not out of care, but out of a compulsive need to dictate. Consider the domineering boss who micromanages your every task, leaving no room for independence or growth, driven not by a desire to nurture but by an obsession with dominance. Or the friend who dictates your plans without considering your preferences, imposing their will with little regard for your feelings. These behaviors crush individuality and create resentment, establishing an atmosphere of control that stifles personal freedom. Such individuals use tactics like emotional manipulation and rigid rules to maintain their grip. They monitor your activities not out of genuine concern, but to assert their influence. This manipulation can escalate, affecting your relationships and mental well-being, as seen in partners who track your every move under the pretense of protection, but in reality seek to limit your independence. Living under constant scrutiny and control is emotionally draining and harmful. It destroys trust and hinders personal growth, leaving one feeling trapped and helpless. Recognizing these toxic dynamics is crucial for reclaiming autonomy and emotional stability. Establishing clear boundaries becomes essential to protect oneself from exploitation and abuse. It's important to recognize the signs early and take decisive steps to assert independence and preserve your well-being. An odd feeling in their presence. One of the most undeniable signs that you're dealing with a truly negative person is the strange feeling that surrounds you in their presence. It's that unexplainable tiredness, that subtle unease, or even that undeniable discomfort that settles in your gut. These sensations shouldn't be ignored. They're your inner compass alerting you to potential danger. Imagine yourself at a family gathering, surrounded by laughter and warmth, yet there's that one person who consistently leaves you on edge. Their mere presence seems to cast a shadow over the joyous occasion, triggering an unsettling feeling that's hard to shake. It's as though their energy emits an aura of negativity, or perhaps harbors intentions that are less than kind. Similarly, think of a colleague whose proximity inexplicably drains your energy and heightens your anxiety. Their presence alone creates a tangible tension, leaving you wondering what exactly is wrong. These visceral reactions shouldn't be dismissed. Our instincts often sense what our conscious mind might miss. If you find yourself frequently uncomfortable in someone's presence, it could very well be your intuition warning you about their true nature. Honoring these gut feelings is crucial. It's a way to protect yourself from potentially harmful interactions and preserve your inner peace. In my experience, these sensations are profound indicators of the energy and intentions others bring into our lives. Trusting these emotional cues has guided me away from toxic relationships and toward those that foster positivity and trust. It's vital to prioritize our emotional well-being by respecting the signals our body sends us, even when our rational mind struggles to understand them. Avoiding responsibility. One of the most disappointing traits of toxic people is their consistent refusal to take responsibility for their actions. They're skilled at shifting blame onto others whenever things go wrong, often portraying themselves as victims in every situation. It's a pattern that not only creates a toxic atmosphere, but also leaves you unfairly burdened with their mistakes. Imagine working alongside a colleague who makes a critical error on an important project. Instead of owning up to their mistake, they're quick to deflect blame onto you or another team member, freeing themselves of any accountability. This not only undermines teamwork, but also leaves you feeling unfairly blamed. Similarly, consider a friend who frequently finds themselves in trouble, yet never acknowledges their role in these situations. Whether they're late for an appointment or facing personal setbacks, they're experts at pointing fingers elsewhere, blaming traffic, circumstances, or other people, all while playing the perpetual victim. These individuals possess a remarkable ability to manipulate situations to their advantage, often leaving you dealing with unwarranted guilt over their failings. They cleverly engineer scenarios where you end up apologizing for incidents you had no part in, gradually eroding your self-esteem and emotional well-being. Recognizing these behaviors is crucial for safeguarding your mental health. People who habitually avoid accountability can trap you in a cycle of unwarranted guilt and emotional exhaustion. It's important to identify and distance yourself from such individuals to protect your sense of self-worth and inner peace. Surround yourself with those who value integrity and accountability, fostering relationships that uplift and empower rather than drain and manipulate. Taking this step is vital for nurturing a healthy environment where personal responsibility and mutual respect thrive. If you're still reading the story and find these lessons helpful, please comment 2 below to let me know you're still here with me. Pattern of dishonesty. Dealing with individuals who habitually lie reveals a troubling disregard for truth and integrity. These individuals create falsehoods with ease, whether to serve their interests or simply for amusement at others' expense. Imagine a colleague who consistently exaggerates their achievements, weaving complex stories to gather praise and recognition. Or a friend who invents excuses to avoid commitments, betraying your trust for their convenience. These lies not only destroy trust but also demonstrate a profound disrespect for those they deceive. Such individuals manipulate reality to suit their agendas, using deceit as a tool to control situations and exploit relationships. Consider a partner who fabricates emotions or intentions to manipulate your feelings or gain an advantage in disagreements. undermining the foundation of trust essential for a healthy relationship. They may also create discord by spreading false rumors or misinformation among friends or coworkers, enjoying the chaos they create for personal satisfaction. Initially, these lies may seem minor, but their cumulative effect is damaging. Trust, once compromised, is difficult to rebuild. Continuous deception creates an atmosphere of suspicion and disappointment, poisoning even the strongest relationships. When confronted with habitual liars, it becomes necessary to reassess the possibility of maintaining meaningful connections. Authenticity and honesty form the foundation of genuine relationships, qualities that habitual liars cannot uphold. Recognizing and addressing deceitful behavior is key for protecting personal integrity and emotional well-being. Confronting habitual liars requires setting clear boundaries and demanding accountability. Ultimately, preserving healthy relationships requires mutual respect and a commitment to transparency that habitual liars fundamentally lack. Lack of regret. One of the most obvious characteristics of someone with a negative disposition is their complete lack of regret. These individuals never feel guilty for the harm they cause others. When confronted with their actions, they skillfully twist the situation to make you doubt your reality. Imagine a colleague who consistently takes credit for your hard work. When you confront them, expecting some sign of regret, they instead dismiss your concerns with excuses like, "I was just helping you out," or "You wouldn't have done it as well on your own." This kind of response not only shows their lack of empathy, but also reveals their selfish and manipulative nature. Similarly, think of a friend who frequently makes cutting remarks or jokes at your expense. When you gather the courage to address how these comments hurt you, they dismiss your feelings with a casual, "You're too sensitive," or a dismissive laugh. Their refusal to acknowledge your pain not only highlights their absence of regret but also attempts to distort your reality, leaving you questioning your own emotions. These individuals excel at emotional manipulation, flipping the script if you dare to point out their mistakes or hurtful behavior. They swiftly change direction, casting themselves as the victims and making you feel guilty for even raising the issue. This emotional manipulation is a clear sign of their lack of genuine regret and their primary concern for protecting their reputation. Identifying this absence of regret is crucial for safeguarding your emotional well-being. People devoid of guilt for their actions are likely to repeat harmful behaviors, confident that there will be no consequences. Recognizing this trait and establishing firm boundaries are essential steps toward protecting yourself and fostering healthy relationships. If someone consistently demonstrates a complete lack of regret, it may be necessary to distance yourself from them to maintain your peace of mind and emotional health. If you're still reading this story and find these lessons helpful, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still here with me. Harmful behavior. Some individuals show a chilling tendency for harmful behavior, openly and unapologetically causing pain to others through their words and actions. Their lack of empathy and their ability to gain pleasure from causing suffering are defining characteristics of their toxic nature. Imagine dealing with a coworker who doesn't hesitate to make cutting remarks or publicly humiliate others. They might gleefully point out your mistakes or mock your contributions during meetings, not out of constructive criticism, but with a clear intention to belittle and hurt. Such behavior not only undermines teamwork, but also reveals a profound disrespect for others' dignity and feelings. Similarly, consider a family member who consistently criticizes and never offers support. They might disparage your choices, appearance, or accomplishments, always aiming to undermine your self-confidence and assert dominance. These acts of cruelty can appear in subtle yet harmful ways, such as disguising hurtful comments as jokes or launching direct verbal attacks to cause maximum damage. Moreover, cruel individuals often gain perverse satisfaction from witnessing others' distress or conflicts, enjoying the turmoil they create. This sadistic enjoyment highlights a deeply negative and destructive character. Recognizing these cruel traits is essential for protecting your emotional and mental well-being. Consistent exposure to such toxicity can damage self-esteem and lead to profound emotional harm. It's important to evaluate whether maintaining relationships with individuals who delight in cruelty aligns with your values, and contributes positively to your life. Establishing clear boundaries and, when necessary, distancing yourself from those who enjoy causing pain are crucial steps toward preserving inner peace and nurturing healthy relationships based on respect and empathy. By prioritizing your emotional health, you empower yourself to create environments where kindness, compassion, and mutual support flourish. Inability to understand others' feelings. Navigating relationships with individuals lacking empathy reveals a stark inability to connect with and understand the emotions of others. These individuals remain unmoved by the joys and sorrows of those around them, showing a callous disregard for the impact of their actions. Picture a colleague who, aware of your struggles, offers no comfort or support, perhaps even mocking your difficulties. Their indifference to your emotional turmoil highlights a profound lack of empathy and compassion. Similarly, consider a friend who consistently dismisses or trivializes your feelings, shifting conversations away from your concerns without a second thought. Such behavior creates an unbalanced dynamic where your emotional needs are consistently ignored. People lacking empathy also show a pattern of self-centered decision-making, oblivious to how their actions affect others' lives. They might cancel plans abruptly, disregard commitments, or make insensitive remarks without concern for the hurt they cause. In close relationships, this indifference can inflict deep wounds, undermining trust and intimacy, where empathy and mutual understanding should thrive. Recognizing the absence of empathy is key in assessing the health of your relationships. Consistent disregard for others' feelings signals an inability or unwillingness to nurture meaningful connections based on mutual respect. Establishing clear boundaries becomes necessary to protect your emotional well-being and cultivate relationships where empathy is returned. Choosing to invest in relationships that honor empathy and emotional reciprocity creates a supportive environment where your feelings are valued and respected. Conversely, maintaining ties with those who habitually disregard empathy risks perpetuating emotional neglect and discord. Prioritizing empathy in relationships is not just a preference but a fundamental requirement for building fulfilling and supportive connections. If you're still reading this story and find these lessons helpful, please comment 4 below to let me know you're still here with me. Jealousy and bitterness. Encountering individuals consumed by jealousy and bitterness reveals a troubling dynamic rooted in insecurity and negativity. These individuals struggle to genuinely celebrate others' successes and happiness, revealing their true nature when confronted with achievements. Imagine a coworker who, upon learning of your promotion, responds not with congratulations but with disparaging remarks or spreading rumors. Their jealousy exposes an inability to rejoice in another's accomplishments, showcasing a resentful character. Similarly, consider a friend who offers support during tough times but becomes distant or negative when you share good news or achieve success. This behavior highlights their inability to share in your joy and suggests a preference to see you struggle rather than thrive. Jealous individuals often undermine your achievements, belittling your efforts or attributing your success to luck rather than merit. They may even exaggerate their accomplishments to maintain a sense of superiority. Such actions not only diminish your achievements, but also reveal deep-seated resentment and insecurity. Recognizing signs of jealousy and bitterness is crucial for understanding others' true intentions and safeguarding your emotional well-being. Relationships tainted by jealousy lack the foundation of genuine support and mutual celebration necessary for meaningful connections. It becomes important to evaluate these dynamics and prioritize relationships with individuals who authentically celebrate your successes and support you through challenges. By identifying and distancing ourselves from jealous and bitter individuals, we protect our emotional health and cultivate a supportive circle of friends and allies. Surrounding ourselves with genuinely supportive individuals fosters a positive environment where mutual respect and celebration of achievements thrive, contributing to our overall well-being and happiness. As we wrap up, what have you learned so far? Have you recognized any of these signs in people around you? Comment below with one thing you've learned and will bring into practice in your life. If you like this story, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more valuable content to you. Thanks for reading and take care.